If you like haunted houses, then I highly recommend visiting the Axe Murder House in Villisca, Iowa, home to one of the world's most haunted houses. Situated in the small and quaint town of Villisca, Iowa, lies the haunting story of the Villisca Axe Murderer. Before venturing into the house, you're greeted by the friendly property cat named Smokey, who also likes to go on tours with you. And here she is, entering the house with us, so that way she can give us the VIP tour. Before your tour, you are told the real-life, chilling story of one of the most haunting and unsolved crimes in American history. On the evening of June 10th, 1912, the Moore family and two friends of the Moore children were sleeping soundly when someone brutally murdered all 8 individuals. He did so by bludgeoning them to death using an axe that belonged to the Moore family that was found later at the crime scene. There are many theories on how the killer entered the house, but one theory is that he first came in through the front door since they didn't usually lock them back then. From here, he then would have made his way into the family room and the first bedroom where the 2 first victims were found. This is the room where 8-year-old and 11-year-old Ina and Lena Stillinger slept. These 2 children were having a sleepover at the Moore family home and were friends with the Moore family children. After killing the 2 Stillinger sisters, the killer strangely walked into the kitchen where he made himself a 4-pound slab of bacon, which was found on the floor next to the sisters. The killer then made his way upstairs to the master bedroom where the parents, Mr. and Mrs. Josiah and Sarah Moore, had slept. The husband was killed first and was the only victim found to be killed using the blade side of the axe, suggesting that maybe he was the main target. His wife, Sarah, was brutally murdered next to him and was bludgeoned to death in the head. Josiah received more blows from the axe than any other victim, and his face had been cut to such an extent that his eyes were missing. Oddly, the killer used a sheet to cover up all of the mirrors in the house, and when the crime scene was investigated, you could still see the axe marks in the walls. After the killer killed the parents, he then went into the next room and killed their 4 sleeping children. He bludgeoned them all in the head the same way he did to the parents. Investigators believe that the killer may have waited in the attic until the Moore family and the guests were asleep before he committed his heinous crime. The reason why they thought this was because there were cigarette butts found in the attic. The killer was unfortunately never found, therefore making it one of the biggest cold cases in American history. Since the murders, many people who have visited the house now believe it to be haunted. People have reported strange and eerie occurrences happening within the house. Visitors have reported hearing voices and footsteps, and there are even reports of people being scratched. Visiting the Axe Murder House was such an amazing experience. So, have you visited the Axe Murder House? And if so, what were your experiences? Comment and let me know.